Super. All right, welcome to yoga. We are going to do all of the opening today. That is what we are going for. So let's get ourselves stood at the top of our mat. Okay, so find yourself in a comfortable position. Always pull the leggings up. I don't know why, just that's how we roll. Get yourself in a comfortable position and just take the rock and roll over the balls of the feet to the heel of the feet. And think here about that standing posture. We're going to find ourselves into mountain pose in a minute, but just play around with that center of gravity and that space that you kind of hold. Okay. Once we're here, keep those rocks getting a little bit smaller. And then once you're happy, lift up those toes for the last time, spread them wide, place them down. You're going to stand up nice and tall. So draw the shoulders up towards the ears and then roll the shoulders all the way back and down. And then just do that a couple of times. And then we'll take them forward. We start to roll those shoulders forward. And then just sit in a neutral position. It shouldn't require any energy from you. Just standing, thinking about growing tall through the crown of the head, but it should feel reasonably effortless. We want to be comfortable here. If you're happy to close the eyes, now is a good time to do so. We're going to take some even breathing. There's always options here to take a hand to the tummy, hand to the chest, if you like something physical to breathe into, or if you're happy to just keep the hands down by the side of you, do that, or anything in between. We're going to take some even breathing. We're going to really slow everything down. We're going to pause at the top breath and then reverse and come back down again. Again, always a reminder, if my breath pattern doesn't match yours, you're going to do your own. All right, so here we go. Let's take an inhale for the count of 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to pause and release for 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. Release 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and hold. Release 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and hold. Release 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 1, 2, 3, 4, hold. Releasing 4, 3, 2, and 1. The breath moves through the body, effortlessly coming in and then out. I want you to feel that connection between you and the mat. That solid foundation that will see you through class today. With the breath smooth and even, soft and rhythmic, I'd like you to maybe set yourself an intention for today's practice, whatever that might be. And hold it there in your mind's eye. Okay. When you're ready, I'm going to take the arms nice and high up above the head. Reach up, spread through the fingers. Take the gaze high. See if we can keep that belly button connected to the spine, keeping a little bit of control through the middle, but we're going to then lift to extend and open through the front body. From here, take the hands to the back of the head. We're going to bring the gaze center, elbows to ears, roll the chin down towards the chest, and then begin to take a slow move down the vertebrae. Soft bend into the knees as you come down. And then once you're there, hang heavy, thinking about the crown of the head reaching towards the big toes and sit bones beginning to look to the ceiling. And then beginning to unwind. We stack each vertebrae one at a time, on top of one another, We come up, bring the gaze center, elbows open out to the opposite walls, and then we begin to lift the gaze. Find openness through that front body. Take a moment to breathe. And then let's go again. Bring the gaze to center, elbows towards ears, and then roll chin to chest. Slowly rolling down the spine, soften the knees. And then crown of the head reaching towards those big toes. Maybe a little weight goes in towards the toes so that the sit bones can look a little bit further up towards the ceiling. And then coming all the way back up. No rush, take your time. Once you're here, we come up, bring the gaze center, open out those elbows, and then lift the gaze. Draw the belly button in, keep some control, and then lift the chest. All right, we're going to bring their gaze back to center, release the arms. Right arm's going to slide down, left arm's going to lift up and over. We're going to keep that left shoulder in line with that right. We're going to push down into that right foot so we can start to push the hips to the left, and then we push that left foot down so we can get a lift up and over towards that right side. We come back to center, releasing the left arm. Take the right arm high, left arm slides down the leg. We bring that right arm up and then over. Push down through the left foot and then push down through the right foot to bring that openness through the right side body, keeping those shoulders nice and level. We're going to come all the way back up. Nice. All right. Looking forward, let's find our mountain pose. Rolling those shoulders back. We're going to draw that belly in. We're going to think about drawing those kneecaps up. The quads are engaged, the glutes are engaged, and we're just standing. It's the most active form of standing that we can do. Gazing forward, squeezing those shoulder blades back and down, moving in towards one another to find openness across the chest. And then this time round, we're going to take the right hand down, left arm lifts up and over. And then we start to push the hips towards that left side. Option for core here, that right arm can lift. And imagine you're holding that imaginary beach ball, squeezing the palms towards one another. Left foot pushes down into the mat, right foot pushes down into the mat. Find that openness through that left side. And then back to center. From here, release the arms, find that mountain pose. We grow tall through the crown of the head. Secure that core, glutes are squeezing, quads drawn up, gazing ahead, nice long neck. Dip that chin very slightly towards the chest, lengthen through the neck, grow as tall as we can. And then we take it to the other side. We're going to take that right arm up and over. Take the hips to the right side, push the feet down into the mat, and then for some core, that left arm can come up. Imaginary beach ball squeezing between two palms. Keeping that breath as smooth and even as you started class today. And then coming all the way back up. We're going to take our arms into cactus arms, draw those shoulders in towards one another, those elbows towards the back of the room. And from here, we're going to take a forward fold, slowly moving through the hips as we begin to hinge. We draw the crown of the head towards the front of the room, elbows drawing back. We are a long spine, so really feel like you could rest a tray of champagne on that spine and nothing would drop. Take the arms forward, reaching towards that front wall, and then bring them behind you, palms up, reaching those fingertips to the back wall. Draw the belly in so we have space. Take the gaze to the top edge of your mat. And then we lift the chest ever so slightly and we move those sit bones towards the back of the room. Take the arms down to the mat. Hands are touching or a block or the mat if you can reach it, doesn't really matter. We're going to pedal the heels out one at a time. And as we do, wiggle through the bottom. Start to find length through the backs of each leg. Okay, and once you're here, we're going to pause in a forward fold. We're bringing that chest in towards the thighs, crown of the head reaching towards the big toes. Take a couple of breaths here, allowing that length to happen in the backs of the legs. Okay, soft bend through the knees, slowly and carefully, stacking each vertebrae. We're going to come all the way up to standing. Okay, once we're here, find that mountain pose. Drawing those shoulders back and down, we have our palms roughly forward. Core is engaged, quads drawn up, glutes switched on. We gaze ahead, maybe treat yourself to a smile. Why the devil not? All right, from here, we're going to take those arms out at cactus arms, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open through the fingertips, spread through the webbing of the fingers, open across the chest, elbows reaching towards the back of the room. And then take a soft bend into the knees, take a hinge from the hips. We start to move forward, take a half lift or half fold. Sit bones moving back. We're going to reach those fingertips forward now. Crown of the head reaching forward and the gaze looking at the top of your mat. Take the hands behind you, palms up, reaching those fingertips toward the back wall. And then we lift the chest ever so slightly. Maybe lengthening through the legs if that's comfortable for you. And then lowering, hands gone down towards the mat. Take a couple of breaths here in the forward fold. Taking the weight into the toes perhaps to get a little bit of movement. Chest moving towards thighs. All right. From here, we're going to take a large step back with that left foot. We're going to keep the hands connected to the mat, using a block underneath that right hand, or you might have long arms, one or the other. We're going to take that right arm up to the ceiling. Keep pushing that back heel back. Back knee is lifted, and we're drawing the chest around to the right side. Maybe that right arm comes all the way behind you to touch the top of that left thigh, rolling that right shoulder back. We're going to gaze over towards that right side if that's comfortable for you. Put back heel is pushing back. Think about the skin on the back of that left knee touching the ceiling. Gaze comes back to center. And then from here, we're going to take that back knee down, untuck the toes, and we're going to come into a low lunge. Arms reach up. From here, we're going to come back into our cactus arms, draw those elbows towards the back corners of the room, find openness across the chest. Release those hips forward and down, find that lovely stretch through the hip flexor on that left side. And then from here, if you've got that block to hand, shift it to the right side, bring the left arm up, reaching up, and then come down over that right side. We're going to start to bring the gaze around to the right corner of the room. lifting, finding space, and then beginning to move around, ribs moving slightly over to the right. Bringing the gaze back to center. We're going to take the hands down, tuck under the back toes, lift through the back knee, bring that left foot to the top of your mat. We're going to come back into our forward fold. Move the belly out of the way, bring the chest towards the thighs, soft bend into the knees, crown of the head reaching down. Okay, slowly stacking each vertebrae, we come all the way back up. All right, reach the arms nice and high, reaching up out of the waist, and then draw those elbows down, come to your cactus arms, squeezing the shoulder blades together. We take that forward fold or half lift, but we're not down yet. From here, hinging from the hips, sending the sit bones back. Really think about the gaze coming down to the short edge of your mat and the crown of the head reaching forward. Take the arms in front of you. You can hold that imaginary beach ball in front if that works for you. Sinking the weight back into the heels, sit bones looking back, crown of the head reaching forward. And then take those hands behind you, palms up, lifting the chest ever so slightly. Find length into the legs if you can. And then take a forward fold here. Okay, we're going to take a large step back with that right foot now. From here, just taking that block to the right hand, or maybe your arms are long, that's fine too. Either is good. Once you're happy here, we're going to take that right hand down, left arm is going to reach to the ceiling, and then we're going to start to draw the ribs around. Left hand can reach high or wrap all the way around behind you, whatever's going to feel better for you. We're going to keep pushing through that back heel, touching, imaginary touching the skin of that back knee towards the ceiling. That would be so gross if that really happened. Keep drawing the ribs around. Take a moment to breathe here, finding that space through the front body. Time to breathe. And then we begin to bring the gaze back to center. We're going to take that back knee down and untuck the toes. Bring the block over to the left-hand side. You'll want that in a moment. We're going to take the arms high. Allow the hips to move forward and down. That nice deep stretch through that front hip flexor. And then take the hands behind you. Interlace the fingers, release the pointer fingers, and just begin to bring the chest forward as we lift the pointer fingers behind you. Really strong stretch around the shoulders and the front, across the chest. Really beginning to bring the torso back up. Lift the heart space to the ceiling. Release the hands. Left hand finds that block. Right arm lifts up and over the top, taking the torso round towards that left corner, imagining that belly button reaching the top corner of that left side, ribs come round. And we'll take one more breath here. Coming back round to our center, shifting the hands down to the mat, tuck the toes on the right side, lift through that back knee. We're going to take the toes to the top of the mat, finding yourself in a forward fold. Okay. From here, we're going to keep that right foot at the top of the mat.
We're going to move the block to the top of your mat. You'll want that in a moment. Let's take a large step back with that left foot. We're going to plant it down at 45 degrees behind us and bend into that front knee. We're going to take those hips forward facing. We're going to find ourselves into a warrior one. Arms come high, drop the shoulders back into position. We take the gaze high. From here, we take the hands down and behind us, lengthen or straighten through that front knee, soften the knee, we don't want to block it out, and then fold from the hips, reaching the crown of the head forward. We're taking the hands behind us, palms up. When you're happy here, you can take the hands towards the mat and draw the forehead in towards the knee. Keeping those hips locked in a forward position. Okay, soften that right knee, come all the way back up, find yourself back into your warrior one, arms come high, drop those shoulders back into position. Okay, and then from here, we're going to find ourselves into our warrior three. So lift the heel on that left side, bring the toes connected to the mat completely. From here, we're going to take the hands to the hips for a bit of stability. We're going to take flight into that right leg. As we do, we're going to drop the torso and lift that left leg behind us. Keep the hips level. This is our warrior three, crown of the head reaching forward. Take the hands away and reach them forward too. That imaginary beach ball is really getting some use today. A little bit of core work if you want it. If not, the hands can stay to the hips or behind you. Okay. Take the hands back to the hips, come back into your high lunge. Okay, so we've been to our warrior three. The next thing we're going to do is go to our warrior three and change it into a half moon. Difference between a warrior three and a half moon. Warrior three, our hips face down. Half moon, our hips face to the side. Okay, that's what the block is there for, to help us out. So here we go. We're going to start to take flight into our warrior three. Drop the torso, lift through that back leg. Focusing on something that is not moving, so we are pretty stable. Right hand can take the block, open the hips out to the left side. Maybe the gaze follows through. If you're happy here, that left arm can lift. If you are super stable, that left hand can take hold of the shoelace side of that left foot. If you stumble out, take your time to come back in. It doesn't matter which bit you come back into, but give yourself an opportunity for challenge. Okay, we're going to go out the way we came in. So extending that leg away if it was bent, left arm comes high. We then come back into our warrior three. Hips are facing the mat. From here, we begin to come into a standing position and the left foot joins the right. Have a little wiggle out. Do what you need to do. All right, here we go. Let's find our mountain pose. We're going to give our body an opportunity to calm, heart rate to settle. Maybe we close off the eyes. We revisit that breath we found at the beginning of class. The simple inhales and exhales. That connection between the mat and yourself and the mat. Okay, when you're ready, you're going to take the arms high. Reach up out of the waist, take a stretch. Take a forward fold here as we hinge from the hips. We take the crown of the head towards the big toes. Sit bones are looking towards the ceiling. And then from here, we're going to take a step back with that right foot. Place it down at 45 degrees as we come into our warrior one. We're going to bring the arms up, take a nice bend into that left knee. Okay. From here, we begin to straighten out that left leg, but we're not locking the knee. We're going to hinge from the hips. We're going to move those hands forward, that imaginary beach ball, getting some more use. Keep the hips nice and level. They are facing forward. And then we can bring the hands towards the mat and then bring the forehead in towards the knee. Keep drawing that left hip back. And then we soften that left knee. We bring the arms all the way forward, coming back into your warrior one. Okay. From here, we're going to go into our warrior three. So we're going to take the toes up on that right side. The heel is lifted. We're going to make our way into our warrior three. Hands come to hips. We're going to begin to take flight. We lift that back leg as the torso drops, keeping the hips level to the mat. Squeezing the glute, lift that back leg. If you're happy here, you can take the hands in front of you, holding on to that beach ball. Alternatively, you can always take those hands behind you, palms up, similar to our half lifts. Okay, we're going to take the hands back to the hips and step back into your high lunge. Okay, so that's our warrior three. We know where we're going. Next time round, in fact, move your block over to the other side. You'll want that in a moment. We're going to move into our half moon. First things first, we go to warrior three. Let's lift that back leg and drop through the torso. Coming to our half moon, left hand can take hold of the block. We turn the hips out to the right side, and then maybe we lift that right arm. If you're happy here, you're focusing in on something that's not moving, and you have some balance, we can start to take that right hand to the shoelace side of that right foot, opening across that front body, rolling that right shoulder back. Keep breathing. And if at any point you stumble out, you come straight back in, taking your time to find focus first. And then let's come out the way we came back in, extending that leg away, drawing that right hand back to the hip, taking the hips facing the mat, warrior three, and then that right leg can join the left at the top of your mat. Have a little wiggle, have a little dance. Okay, from here, we're going to take that left foot back, take a wide-legged stance on the wide edge of your mat. We're going to push through the pinky edge sides of the feet. We're going to take a forward fold. Hinge from the hips. We're going to send the sit bones back towards the back of the room. And we're going to take the crown of the head down to the center spot between the two arches of the feet. From here, you can always walk those hands through the legs to get a little bit of leverage, alternatively taking the outside edges of the feet and then bending through the elbows to draw the chest through. Just taking some time here to trust into your strength, tipping the weight forward to allow those sit bones to look up towards the ceiling. If you've got a headstand in your practice, this is a good place to do it, but make sure you've got a safe place to roll out of should you need it. Okay. From here, we're going to take the hands down. We're going to bend into that right knee, and we're going to sit into that right heel, taking the left toes to the ceiling. If the heel is lifted, place a block underneath so that we are stable. Once you're happy, you're stable, that right hand can come down, and we're going to lift that left arm all the way over.
Find as much openness through that left side as you can. Those left toes are pointing to the ceiling. Using that smooth, even breath to keep you stable and grounded. Okay, and then we start to come back up. I'm going to move the block out of the way and pass it to the other side. Use the hands to push back into the mat to bring yourself back into that wide-legged stance. We take that forward fold again, drawing the crown of the head down, the sit bones up, walking those hands through the legs. Take a moment here. Being upside down is supposed to make us look youthful, although none of us need it. And then from here, we walk the hands to the left side, bend into that left knee. Take the toes on the right side to the ceiling. Take a block underneath that left heel. If that heel is lifted, give yourself some stability. Left hand can pass down, right arm lifts up, and then all the way over. Gaze comes wherever feels good. And then we come all the way back out. Let's get rid of that block. From here, push then into the hands, bring the legs back up. We're going to just come into our goddess because that's simply what we are. Turn the heels in and the toes out to 45 degrees. We're going to tuck the tailbone under. We've got our ankles underneath our knees. And let's come into those cactus arms once again. Draw that right elbow down. Let's lift through that left elbow. Come back to center, draw that core in, left elbow down, right elbow lifts. And then back to center. Let's squeeze and lift and then lower for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're just gonna, for fun, pulse it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sorry about that. Take the hands down, heel toe those feet in, sink yourself down into a squat. Use your block here to help you, maybe under the heels to keep you balanced, maybe under the bottom so that your chest can lift. Use the hands together so you've got a little bit of leverage in the inner thighs, and allow the sit bones to look down so that the crown of the head can reach up. Okay. Slowly, carefully take the weight back into the bottom, releasing yourself to the mat. And then sitting up nice and tall, we will finish off with just a little bit of core, not too much. We're going to come into our boat. So always options here, but you can use the hands to support yourself or bring them alongside the shins. And from here, we're just going to extend the right leg away and bring it in, left leg away and bring it in. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the feet down, bring the forehead to the knees, allow that stretch through the lower back to happen. Okay, from here, if you've got a block to hand, we're going to use that as our twist. So come back into your boat pose, take the hands next to you, and we're going to take the twist to the left and right for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5,
4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the forehead down to the knees. Take a stretch through the spine. Okay. And we'll go for one more round of those, okay? Float that boat, legs come out in front, and we go for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, feet come down, give yourself a hug together. And then come down to the mat however you would like to, either through dish, if you have abs of steel, alternatively, the slow rock back like I did without any dignity. Just finding a comfortable position to rest in. Take a moment just to close off the body. So that might be some little circles on the lower back. That could be some windscreen wipers with your legs from your knees from side to side. Really do think about what your body is asking for. Don't just rush to rest, but just see if you can settle that body back into a point of relaxation. Okay. And then once you're ready, find yourself in a comfortable position. All distractions have gone. You're settled. You're warm, relaxed, and you feel comfortable enough to soften the gaze or close the eyes. Okay. So I want you to turn your gaze inwards. You're focusing in just on yourself. The distractions melt away, and it's only you that remains here. We will be exploring the theme of gratitude today. We have a lot to be grateful for. I want you to start to return to the breath. The breath that has served you so well during class today. The inhales and exhales. As it moves through the body. Pay attention to the contact points between you and your mat. We talked about the feet being the foundation, the connection. Now we've got the hips, the shoulders. Feel that heaviness through the body. We breathe in and we breathe out. Maybe count your breaths, keep them even. Maybe a cycle of 4s. And with each round of breath, grow heavier on the mat. And then begin to start to consider what you are grateful for. As you inhale, visualize that gratitude. As you exhale, see it float away. The inhales come and the exhales go. As you get heavier on your mat, the feeling of gratitude lightens you. The reflection of what makes you, you.
the reason we are here. Sit with that rhythmic breath, counting them in, counting them out. And then allowing yourself a moment to sit. Sit with that feeling of gratitude, how that makes you feel. We're going to start to bring that wider world back in now. Maybe some sounds around you, maybe a sniff or a smell. Start to remind yourself of that intention you set at the beginning of your practice today. Revisit that. And then slowly and surely beginning to bring life back into the body through a stretch, a wiggle, maybe a few releasing breaths. And then whenever you are ready to return to a seated position, I will be there.